under the curve with respect to x-axis and y-axis. The area under a curve of a specific region between 2 points can be found by doing definite integral between 2 specific points. This means that to find an area under the curve j is equal to f of x between x is equal to a and x is equal to b, you need to integrate j is equal to f of x between the limits of a and b. If you want to find the area between the curve and the j-axis, you should integrate it with respect of j. What is an area between curves? To find the area between curves, you need to find out where the curves met. This determines the endpoints for the integration. You must consider two functions, j is equal to f of x and j is equal to g of x, which has to be a continuous interval, a and b. Here is one example of an area between curves, and here is another example of area under curves. As you can see, the area we need to find in this one is this one, and the area we need to find in this one is this one.
So for our project we are asked to get the area under the curve of this function, which is x times sine of x. First we have to graph the function. Then we have to integrate our function, but in order to do that we need to understand which kind of integration we need to apply. In this case we apply in the integration by parts, in which we have to define our u, our v, dv and du, which are here. Now we use the formula of integrating by parts, which is u times v minus the integral of v times du, and we substitute our values with the values we have in here, and we have that minus x times cosine of x plus sine of x is equal to the integral of our function, and we know that this is a particular integral which is defined minus pi and pi.
Okay, our next step is that we have this now formula and we have to substitute all the x's for minus p. So we substitute and then with our calculator we solve and it gives us minus p. Then we do exactly the same but only with positive pi, and it gives us positive pi. Now we have values minus pi and pi, and we substitute them in the function f of pi minus f of minus pi, and that gives us 2 pi. That is the result.
Yeah.
Okay, here is our flowchart for solving our problem that was the number 2. First, we read and understand the problem. Then we do a little research of the new concept that we don't understand, like the areas and things like that. Then we find different methods of integration, like by steps, and then we identify which method is useful for solving the problem. That was the one of the integral by steps. And then we start to define the variables that were like u, du, v, and dv
function, and substitute the values of x with our intervals, which is pi and minus pi. Then we have to subtract both answers in order to get the whole area of the function. Then we have to graph the function in considering our final solution, and we check if all the procedure was correct.